Hello students, today we study the blood pressure in human being from the topic respiration and circulation. Blood pressure is the pressure exerted by blood on the wall of blood vessels. Generally it is measured by an instrument known as sphygmomanometer. Blood pressure is measured from arteries. So, we study the arterial blood pressure. Pressure exerted by blood on the wall of artery is arterial pressure. Pressure on arterial wall during ventricular contraction, that means systole, is called systolic pressure. In normal healthy adult person, it is 120 mmHg. Then the pressure on arterial wall during relaxation of ventricles, that means during diastole, is called diastolic pressure, and in normal healthy adult person it is about 80 mm of Hg. So the blood pressure is measured as or reads and written as systolic pressure by diastolic pressure, and it is 120 by 80 mm Hg. The difference between the systolic and diastolic pressure is called pulse pressure, and normally pulse pressure is about 40 mm Hg. There are some deviations from normal blood pressure value due to malfunctioning of heart. That means the values of blood pressure may be high or low. That means the blood volume becomes high or low, and arterial inelasticity or hardening of the arteries, that hardening of arteries is known as arteriosclerosis. Deposition of fats like cholesterol in arteries is called atherosclerosis. Renal diseases and emotions induced hormonal changes and obesity. So, due to these factors, the blood pressure or values of blood pressure may be increased or decreased. See here, blood pressure lower than the normal, that is below 90 by 60 mmHg, is called hypotension, and blood pressure higher than the normal, that is above 140 by 90 mmHg, is hypertension. So thus blood pressure may be fluctuates or changes above or below. Then there are number of different factors that affects the blood pressure, and these factors are namely cardiac output, then peripheral resistance, then blood volume, length and diameter of blood vessels, viscosity of blood, age, gender, venous return, and also sleep, emotions, exercise and अँक्झायटी. झोपेचाही परिणाम आपल्या ब्लड प्रेशरवरती होतो, इमोशन्सचा परिणाम होतो, एक्झरसाइज खूप झाला कमी झाला तरी होतो, आणि अँक्झायटी म्हणजे चिंता, चिडचिड, ही सगळी कारणं ब्लड प्रेशर. पण मेजर जी आहेत ती आपण वन बाय वन स्टडी करणार आहे. फर्स्ट वन इज द कार्डियक आउटपुट. Normal cardiac output is, we know, it is about 5 liter per minute. If there is increase in cardiac output, increases the systolic blood pressure. Next one is the peripheral resistance. It depends upon diameter of blood vessels. Decrease in diameter of arterioles and capillaries under the effect of a vasoconstrictor like vasopressin or antidiuretic hormone causes increase in peripheral resistance and thus increase in blood pressure. Next one is blood volume. In accidental cases, there is blood loss and thus decrease in blood volume decreases the blood pressure. Next factor is viscosity of blood. Blood pressure directly proportional to the viscosity of blood. Next factor which affects the blood pressure, that is the age. Blood pressure increases with age due to inelasticity of blood vessels. Next one is the venous return. The amount of blood brought to the heart by veins per unit time is called venous return. It is directly proportional to the blood pressure. Next one is length of blood vessels. Blood pressure is directly proportional to the length of blood vessels. Blood pressure is also affected by vasodilation or vasoconstrictions, that means the contraction of blood vessels or रिलॅक्सेशन डायलेट म्हणजे त्यांचा आकार वाढणं ह्याच्यावरती पण डिपेंड आहे. अँड लास्ट वन दॅट इज द जेंडर, दॅट मीन्स द सेक्स ऑफ इंडिव्हिज्युअल. Females have slightly lower blood pressure than males before menopause. In females, the risk of high blood pressure or increase in blood pressure after menopause. So, this is about the blood pressure. Next point, we see the measurement of blood pressure. Actually, blood pressure is measured by an instrument called sphygmomanometer. This instrument consists of inflatable rubber bag cuff covered by a cotton cloth. It is connected with the help of tubes to a mercury manometer on one side and a rubber bulb on the other side. During measurement, the person is asked to lie in a sleeping position. See the instrument. The instrument is placed at the level of heart and the cuff is tightly wrapped around upper arm. The cuff is inflated till the brachial artery is blocked due to external pressure. त्या ट्यूबमध्ये बल्बच्या साहाय्याने प्रेशर भरलं जातं आणि जे रॅप केलेलं आहे आपल्या हाताभोवती ते आवळलं जातं थोडक्यात, जेणेकरून त्या प्रेशर जे आहे, प्रेशर वाढतं आपल्या हातावरती. देन द प्रेशर इन द कफ इज स्लोली लोअर्ड टिल द फर्स्ट पल्सटाईल साऊंड इज heard. At this moment, pressure indicated in manometer is systolic pressure and the sound heard during measurement of blood pressure are called Korotkov sounds. Then pressure in the cuff is further lowered till any pulsatile sound is heard. Cannot be heard due to smooth blood flow, and that pressure is indicated in manometer is diastolic pressure. Thus, the normal or optimal blood pressure level reads as 120 by 180 mm of Hg. Thus, with the help of sphygmomanometer, blood pressure is measured. Then next, that is the disorder of blood pressure. Actually, persistent, that means continuous increase or continuous raised blood pressure higher than the normal is called hypertension. 140 by 90 mm Hg is called a threshold, or it is the limit of hypertension. But beyond that limit, that means 180 by 120 mm Hg and higher, readings are dangerous to the health. खूप रिस्की आहे वाढणारं ब्लड प्रेशर जे आहे ते, and it may damage the vital organs like heart, brain and kidneys. Under the conditions of hypertension, heart uses more energy for pumping, which causes angina pectoris, that means the chest pains. छातीमध्ये कळा येणं हा प्रकार ब्लड प्रेशर वाढलं की जनरली लोकांमध्ये दिसतो. ड्यू टू लोअर्ड ब्लड सप्लाय, हे कशामुळे होतं तर ड्यू टू लोअर्ड ब्लड सप्लाय टू कार्डियक मसल्स अँड मे लीड टू मायोकार्डियल इन्फार्क्शन, म्हणजे हार्ट अटॅक येण्याची शक्यता असते. There are more chances of brain hemorrhage due to hypertension, as arteries in brain are less protected by surrounding tissue as compared to the other organs. इतर ऑर्गन्सच्या सभोवती जशा आर्टेरीज आहेत त्याच्या तुलनेत ब्रेनच्या भोवती थोड्या कमी असतात. त्यामुळे ब्लड प्रेशर वाढलं की ब्लड हिमोरेज होण्याची म्हणजे रक्तस्राव होण्याची शक्यता ब्रेनवरती जास्त असते. देन इन किडनीज हायपरटेन्शन मे कॉज किडनी फेल्युअर. देन नेक्स्ट डिसऑर्डर that is known as coronary artery disease or CAD or CAD. It is also known as atherosclerosis, that means deposition of cholesterol in the arteries. In this condition, calcium, fat and cholesterol, also some fibrous tissues, gets deposited in the blood vessels, supplying blood to the heart muscles and making the lumen narrow. Then next disorder is known as angina pectoris. It is the pain in the chest resulting from the reduction in the blood supply to the cardiac muscles because of atherosclerosis or arteriosclerosis. म्हणजे दोन्ही कारणांमुळं ब्लड सप्लाय रिड्यूस होतो कार्डियक मसल्सना. म्हणजे फॅट डिपॉझिशन झालं तरीसुद्धा अथेरोस्क्लेरोसिस अँड हार्डनिंग ऑफ द ब्लड कॅपिलरीज या दोन्हीमुळं चेस्ट पेन्स व्हायला सुरुवात होते. दॅट इज नोन ॲज द अँजायना पेक्टोरिस. It is characterized by severe pains and heaviness in the chest. That is the common symptom. The pain may be spread to the neck region, lower jaw, left arm and left shoulder. The pain usually results from exertion when there is more demand of oxygen by the heart, but the supply doesn't meet द रिक्वायरमेंट. जे रिक्वायरमेंट आहे पण सप्लाय मिळत नाही ऑक्सिजनचा, त्यामुळे चेस्ट पेन्स यायला सुरुवात होते. अशा पद्धतीनं काही डिसऑर्डर्स आपण बघणार आहे. अजून 2-3 डिसऑर्डर्स आहेत. हार्ट ट्रान्सप्लांट, हार्ट रिलेटेड कॅरेक्टरिस्टिक्स, सायलेंट हार्ट अटॅक अँड अँजिओग्राफी ड्यू टू COVID-19. These points are deleted from the syllabus this year. Then next point, that is the electrocardiogram. Actually, electrocardiogram is nothing but it is the graphical recording of electrical variations detected at the surface of body during their propagation through the wall of heart. See in the diagram, the waves are passing on. असंच आपल्याला रीडिंग इलेक्ट्रोकार्डिओग्राम कॉमनली इट इज नोन ॲज ECG त्याच्यामुळं मिळतं. दिस रेकॉर्डिंग मे बी इन द फॉर्म ऑफ प्रिंटआउट ऑर ऑन स्क्रीन डिस्प्ले. This is interesting. See in the diagram. This is known as electrocardiograph or ECG machine. In that instrument, while taking the or while recording the electrocardiograph, various electrodes are used for recording of signals. For example, 4 electrodes are positioned on the limbs, that means 2 on the arms and 2 on the legs. These are called limb electrodes. And 6 electrodes are positioned on the chest. These are called chest electrodes. In a normal ECG, 3 waves are recognized as P wave, QRS complex, and T wave. These are the 3 important waves. These 3 waves, first, P wave, it is a small and it represents the atrial depolarization, that means atrial contraction. Then the second wave, that is the QRS complex. It starts as a slight downward deflection from the baseline, continues as sharp and large upright wave, and it ends as downward wave. Thus, QRS complex represents the ventricular depolarization, that means ventricular contraction. And last one, that is the T wave. It is also small, wide, and upwardly elevated wave. It represents the ventricular repolarization, that means ventricular relaxation. See in the diagram how the beating of heart takes place and how the waves are recorded on the electrocardiograph. Thus, that ECG helps to diagnose the abnormality or defects in the heart. That means abnormality in conducting pathway, enlargement of heart chambers, damage to cardiac muscles, reduced blood supply to cardiac muscles, and causes of chest pains. All these are recorded by electrocardiogram, and a physician can find out that defects in the heart by examining the wave pattern and the time interval between them. So, ECG is a diagnostic machine or record of the heart. Then, the next point, that is the lymphatic system. Actually, lymphatic system consists of lymph, then lymphatic vessels, lymph nodes, and some organs and tissues. Actually, the word lymph, that means clear water, and it is a fluid connective tissue with similar composition to the blood except RBCs, platelets, and lack of proteins, म्हणजे proteins अगदी कमी प्रमाणात असतात. फ्लुइड फ्रॉम intercellular spaces of the body tissues enters into the lymphatic vessels, and there from lymphatic vessels it is discharged into the blood vessels, generally in the veins, through the thoracic duct and a right lymphatic duct. The lymph is actually working as a drainage tissue. It is useful in the absorption in small intestine. It is also responsible for the immunity. See in the diagram, there are certain lymphatic tissues, position and examples of the lymphatic productions of lymphocytes. For examples, tonsils, thymus glands, lymph nodes, lymphatic vessels. Remember one term, Peyer's patches in small intestines, bone marrow, etc. These are the important parts of the lymphatic system, and that's the end of topic respiration and circulation. Thank you.